Hello and welcome to another Wednesday on the Den. My name is Aaron and this is Chris, and we are coming to you from Orlando, Florida. Okay, so this week on the Den is our post-bear event, bear run, pride, blues, reflections kind of thing. Are you feeling okay there, Chris?
Rule number one of being at a bear event: drink orange juice and take your vitamins.
Yes, because otherwise you get bear flu from kissing all of the boys, drinking too much pool water that is full of God knows what and sun cream. Yeah, the film on top of the water, not brilliant.
I have this divorce.
So, you know, bear events are hugely good fun. You get to see all your friends, you might have some fun with some people, you might get drunk, or if you're me, just be overexcited about everything. I think I can name on one hand how many drinks that I actually had over the weekend, because I'm not a big drinker, but still, I have as much fun as everyone else, I think, maybe. Stop watching TV.
Sorry, I was distracted by the Steak and Shake advert. It looked amazing.
So, what are the things that, you know, looking back on the bear runs, I think one of my favourite things for post-bear run is the text messages and the sort of, well, it's more the growler messages and people commenting on photos from the event with the sort of like overly dramatic kind of, oh, there's a group of people that wouldn't speak to me. I thought bears were meant to be friendly. Oh, such and such didn't have sex with me and I really wanted to and we were meant to be doing this, and it's just like, calm it.
Cool.
So, basically, I think a lot of people when they go to any event, especially the bear events, they kind of put it on a pedestal and they think it's going to be this absolutely amazing thing. They're going to get to have the hole filled every 5 minutes. They're going to meet all of these people, blah, 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 blah. And basically everyone is going to shit glitter and rainbows. Maybe just lower your standards and your expectations a little bit. And instead of going expecting a huge like firework event, go and just expect like
people are going to be just stood talking in a pool. People are going to be having sex. People are going to be kissing. You don't have to do any of those things if
you're not going to be having sex in the pool because Florida state law prohibits that.
Okay, let me tell you something about Florida state.
Okay, there may be some
hanky-panky in the
groping, but full penetration really should not be happening. That is what your bedroom is for. Anyway, I think people need to start going to these events and really just seeing them as a way to meet people, have friends, and you know, if you get drunk, you get drunk. If you dance, you dance. If you have sex, you have sex. Don't, you know, go and think, I need to get with 20 guys this weekend, otherwise it's a shit weekend. Just go and have fun and have a laugh. And that's when you're more likely to actually pull someone because you're relaxed, you're more confident in yourself, and you're not just, you know, trying to be a slut.
But we're not slut shaming. If that's your thing, then that's your thing. Just don't complain about it afterwards.
You know, some people do have the whole, yay, knocked on a bedpost. I slept with 20 billion guys. But if at the end of the weekend you haven't slept with all the people that you wanted to, and you're complaining that so-and-so didn't make time for you, you know what, things happen, shit happens. Perhaps you didn't click. Perhaps actually, you know, your personalities weren't matched. Or perhaps you're just good friends. You know, friends don't always have to have sex with friends, people. And this seems to be a common theme within the gay world. You don't have to have sex with your friends. Even if you're pretty and you're attracted to them, you can just be their friends. Soz.
That's coming from someone who's both pretty and attractive and has pretty and attractive friends.
But, you know, I choose to go into events and be the person which goes and talks to people. I could, like, sit back and be very, like, and, like, I can be a bit insecure sometimes and get overwhelmed by things, but I try and push past it. And I know not everyone can, and for some people, that you do find it hard, and, you know, it's not natural to just go up and talk to someone. So, one of the things that I would recommend if you're going to an event and you aren't going with anyone that you know, or you're going to somewhere where you've never been before and you don't know anyone there, most of the events will be on like things like Growler, and they'll have a sort of like a guest list of people who are already going. Reach out, start talking to people, and start building those relationships before you actually get to the event. But when you get there, don't just expect people to recognize you straight off. Go over, say hi, and sort of go, oh yeah, we've been chatting online, because, I'm sorry, not everyone's profile picture matches what they look like in real life. And sometimes you are going to have to be the one that talks first. They might not just have seen you, they might have been busy talking to someone else. So, you know, when I get messages after an event saying, oh, I saw you, but I didn't want to say hi, it's like, just come over.
Then why send me that message?
Why send me that message? Just come over, talk to me. You know, if we get on, that's great. If we don't, then oh well. If we, you know, go over, chat to people. If the chat doesn't go anywhere, don't take it as an offense. Just move on and find someone else to chat to. It's an event of hundreds of people. Talk to more people. Although, you know, Chris is going to, like, now come from the introvert side of the story. Remember, extrovert, introvert.
It was very different last year to this year. Last year I had a lot of trouble with both confidence in myself and not knowing whether people were just trying to chat to me because they want to be friends with Aaron or for whatever reason. But it wasn't anything that I was doing wrong. Well, it was. It was because I was in my head all the time. Try not to be in your head. And I know it's really easy for me to sit on a camera and go, yeah, it's easy, just chat to people. But I got drunk a lot last year. Probably did some things that I regret doing. Yeah, don't try and use different coping mechanisms. If you need a few drinks to loosen up and chat to people, then have a few drinks and loosen up and chat to people. Don't just get wasted to use it as a lubricant to just chat to everybody. You'll feel way more uncomfortable than you actually should do.
And you might throw up in the pool like that one person did a couple of years back when they got too drunk and then we had to evacuate the pool while they cleaned it. Yummy.
And you probably won't enjoy it at all.
Well, more the hangover the following day and that you can't remember the entire weekend because of how drunk you were. Drink responsibly. Have a couple of drinks to lubricate you and get you past that kind of awkward phrase, but you know, I mean, like I said, I don't drink, but I'm quite an extrovert person, so I don't need the alcohol. But to be fair, Christopher this year, I was having to follow him around and watch him chatting to people because, you know, A, there'd been people that he talked to the previous year that he already knew, but B, he'd spent time like chatting to people before the event, so therefore he knew people. You know, highly recommend having a chat to people, just going, hi, I'm going, and you know, like I said, if people chat to you back and whatever else, then yay. If they don't, then find someone else to chat to. There's plenty of people to choose from.
Don't be the creepy one. If you chat to someone and they aren't giving you the vibe that you think you should be getting back or that you want back, then don't just carry on.
Saying hey there, Aaron.
Not even
how are you?
Not even necessarily that. There was a few times last year and this year where I was kind of mid-conversation. Now, me being a very introverted person, I don't like talking to new people that I don't know anyway. But there was a few people who were just like, oh, he's just stood talking to me very calmly, he must be really into me. And that's not necessarily the case. I'm just not the type of person who would go, I'm not that into you, I'm sorry. But at the same time, also being a huge introvert doesn't help that. So if you aren't getting a...
Chatting to someone doesn't mean that they want to have sex with you, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I will be friendly and I'll chat to anyone, but just because I'm being friendly and chatting to you and finding out about you and your life, I'm thinking of it as more as, oh, I've potentially got a new friend here. Not, oh, I've potentially got someone who I can suck their penis.
And wear sun cream.
Always wear sun cream.
Assume that you
Otherwise you get blisters.
all down here, all here, and then my neck.
But I think the biggest thing for me for combating bear blues, because like after any bear event or whatever else, you do miss your friends, you do miss hanging out with all the people that you've been around all weekend. It's been a fun time where you're doing lots of things, you're seeing lots of people, you're going out for food, and returning to reality where you're back in work and everything. It's not great, and it's an adjustment. I always like to make sure that I take lots of photos of events, and then that's something that I can look back on and kind of remember and enjoy. I think about the nice things and try and avoid the, oh, I wish it was still happening. But one of the other things is that I'll then look forward to the next event, the next time that I'm going to see my friends and family. Because really, especially the Den boys, they are family more than they are friends now.
They're all shady plastic sluts.
Well, yes, that's true.
Love you.
But, you know, keep in contact with people, keep chatting to people. Don't just go, oh, I'm only going to talk to these people when I'm at an event. Keep talking to people and, you know, make plans with people outside of the events. Don't just leave it for in the events. And, I mean, especially with this one, that's a little bit hard because, you know, it's international. It's like very much a lot of America-based people, not UK-based people. But, you know, those friendships that you make over the weekend, keep them alive, keep them going, and don't just have them for when you're at the events. Keep talking to people and make lifelong friendships. Don't just have a one weekend stand of friends. Right! Anyway, so that's kind of some reflections on bear events.
I just don't want to go home. I can't be bothered.
Yeah. It's never easy going home and going back into work. We fly home tomorrow. We land on Friday morning. I'm then back in work on Saturday. And 12 o'clock on Saturday is going to be a very hard time for me. Nope. But it's going to be okay. I can get through it. And at the very least, I know I'll be back here next year. And there'll be other events in between that, I am sure. But anyway, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. We will see you back in the United of Kingdom. Kind of. It's not overly united currently with the whole election nonsense. But we'll see you then. So yes, see you later guys. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Face, beautiful face. Love you. Goodbye. Mwah.